Hey everybody, my name is Shauna and welcome back to my channel, Shauna Missing Me HD, a self-improvement channel that strives to inform, encourage, and motivate viewers to start their journey in creating and living their best life. And today I'm so excited because we are finally going to talk about my weight loss journey. And it's not so much to talk about just my particular journey, but for me to have the opportunity to motivate you guys to get started or to hop back on or to continue and improve even more on your particular fitness journey. Now, to start off with, a lot of what I talk about is going to be about losing weight, losing body fat, and then also building muscle and shaping my body, quote unquote, building my butt, curves, stuff like that. But I want you to know that everything that I talk about does apply to men as well. And also, if you're someone who doesn't necessarily want to lose weight, you just want to kind of tone up, you can use these same things to get your goals. And then if you want to gain weight, all of this stuff still applies to you, okay? When I talk about nutrition and what type of exercises you should do to gain weight or lose, it's pretty much all the same. I'll cover it all, even though I'm not actually trying to gain weight myself. Also, disclaimer, I am not a personal trainer. I'm not a fitness coach. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. What I am is a doctor, so I do know a lot of the science behind nutrition and exercise and when it comes to creating the body that you want. But this is not going to be solely science-based. A lot of it will be evidence-based, but a lot of it is going to also just be my experience and then my words of encouragement and advice to you guys, because I know that it's not really what you need to do to lose weight that's the hardest part. It's just actually doing it. It's the motivation and staying disciplined and determined to reach your goals. And because I'm a doctor, I have to start off by saying that genetics is everything, okay? And sometimes what one person does is not going to be as effective for somebody else because there's a genetic difference. Just know that there is genetic difference out there and everybody won't get the exact same results, but you will get results if you get started.
Don't get me started.
I just wanted to show you guys live video of myself and my body so that you guys know that what I'm telling you guys, like, this is my real story, this is my real experience. I don't want you to think that any of my photos are edited or photoshopped. I know that when I was first starting out and I was looking for inspiration from other women who have lost weight, some of their pictures were quite like suspect. I was like, this look a little photoshopped, you know, but here's my video that just shows you that, like, this is where I am as of now. So, as everybody wants to know, you know, they want to talk numbers and know how much weight you lost and how much food you had to cut back on and stuff like this, how much you worked out, how long it took. So I want to just start from the very beginning because I feel like a lot of weight loss, like I said, it comes from motivation, like having that drive inside of you to actually want to do it and get it done. That might be the hardest part for most people, is just actually doing it, you know? So I can tell you all day long what I did, how long I did it, you know, what to expect, stuff like that. But if you're not motivated, like, you're not gonna do what you have to do. So I wanna just tell you a little bit about my struggles with losing weight over the last couple of years. And this is not my first time actually going on a weight loss journey. I actually did my first weight loss journey back in 2014, 2015. It was my first year in medical school. I was very stressed out. And so working out actually was something that I chose to do to help with my stress. And when I saw the results I was getting, I just like kept going. I was almost addicted, honestly, to working out, and I lost a lot of weight. Here's a picture of me at that time when I lost so much weight. And as you can see, I just got skinny, you know. I didn't necessarily try to create a certain type of body or build any muscle or any curves. Matter of fact, I was burning through my muscle because I was doing so much cardio because I was just that stressed. Like, I would go run for miles. I mean, 50 minutes straight, you know, if I had the time. But that was my result. The first time I lost weight, I was not focused on nutrition. Matter of fact, I ate whatever I wanted to eat, and I did not do a lot of resistance training. It primarily consisted of cardio. But after I got past my first 2 years of med school, I met my fiance. Life was going good. You know, every time you kind of get comfortable, you just literally get comfortable. And then I also got pregnant and had a baby. So during that time in 2017 when I had her, my max baby weight was 196 pounds. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Whenever I have her, I'll probably get back down to like, 180s, 170s, whatever. And so after she was delivered or whatever, I was like 188, right? And then my first month postpartum, I actually got down to like 175. And that was just not really eating, not really doing anything, honestly, in breastfeeding. And I think the breastfeeding is what did most of it. And then also just kind of losing some of that water weight and stuff like that. I got down to 175 post-baby. And then I've pretty much been struggling since then. And like I said, that was January of 2017. My weight has fluctuated from as low as 175, I think was my lowest ever until I started actually losing weight, all the way up to literally 189, almost 190 pounds. This is with no baby, right? So I've been dealing with that for the last 3 years, pretty much. And it's been so hard for me to actually lose the weight. And to be honest, within those 3 years, I think sometime in 2018, I participated in a 6-week challenge where you do what they say do and you can lose 20 pounds. And I think I started off at like 188, 187, and then I actually got all the way down to 169. So I lost about 17, 18 pounds in 6 weeks. It was perfect. It was great. I was like, oh, I'm doing this, right? And then no more than 6 months later, I had gained it all back. And I was like, God, like, damn, I did all that work just to gain it all back. And I'll just go ahead and put that out there now. If you lose weight quickly, expect to pick it back up quickly, okay? Because weight loss is not a one-hit quitter where you just work on it for a couple of months and then that's it and you find it sexy for the rest of your life. No, it's literally something that you work at every day for the rest of your life. So that was that. But other than that, I was really at that 180, 188, almost 190 pounds for the last 3 years. And that has been what I've been dealing with. And I know that I could, have a sexier figure and, not be almost pre-diabetic and stuff like that. So it was important for me to finally get the weight off. But what really pushed me was because I want to join the Army, right? And a lot of people don't know that, but I do want to join the Army Reserves. And anytime you sign up for the military, you have to do physicals. And I did not meet the weight criteria. I either had to be 156 pounds or less, or my body fat percentage had to be below, I think 32 or 34%. I wasn't either, and so I actually took a picture of my measurements when I went to talk to the recruiter. They went ahead and did all my measurements. I took a picture of what it was at that time, and this particular picture of my measurements was back in August of 2019. So that's where I was, and I was just like, there's no way in hell like I can go through this process without getting my weight down. Like I need to meet criteria physically. So that was the biggest thing that really, really pushed me to like go ahead and just get it done. But even though I was motivated, I did not really start to lose my weight until January of this year. So for 4 months, I like played around and BS'd. I would be serious one day and then I would fall off the next day. I would go to the gym 4 times in 1 week, and then I would go 4 weeks without going to the gym. I wasn't meal prepping, and I wasn't wearing my waist trainer. I bought a waist trainer. I remember I wore it consistently for like 2 weeks, and then I didn't wear it again until like around Christmas. Like that's how inconsistent I was with my waist trainer, with my diet plan, with my exercise plan, with sleep. I hadn't tried apple cider vinegar at that time. The only thing I was doing better was consistently drinking water. And that was pretty much it. And during that time, from August of 2019 to January of 2020, I did lose about 5-6 pounds. I would lose some, gain it back, lose some, gain it back, whatever. So I probably got down to like 181. I didn't touch 170. Which was like frustrating because then I was like, God damn, like 5 months has already passed by and I haven't really made the progress that I should make. Basically, I lost 1 pound a month, which is like, you can do that in your sleep, honestly. But that's my real story, right? And so when I got to January of 2020, like it wasn't that I just got serious with weight loss. I just got serious with my life in general. And not that I wasn't serious before, but there were things about myself that I knew that I could do better. I know that I can improve on a lot of areas. And obviously health and fitness falls into, you know, a particular category in my life. And I was just like, goddamn, like, Shauna, get it together now, you know. And that's really what pushed me and motivated me to like really start a real weight loss journey and build the body that I want, that I know I can have, you know. And it wasn't that, you know, I just wanted to look fine or look sexy, because I already have what I need. Like, he's okay with how I look. He loves me the way I am. But just for myself, like, I wanted to be at my best. Financially, I want to be at my best. Physically, I want to be at my best. Emotionally and spiritually, mentally, you know, within my relationships, whatever career goals I have, I just want to be at my best. And having that New Year's resolution that 2020 was going to be the year that I literally changed my life, fitness was in it. And I was determined to start and to stay on it. And ever since then, things have been going good. I have had my days where I just be like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I ain't doing nothing. Or, you know, my days where I just didn't eat right. Like, I crave pizza, so I ate pizza. And to be honest, I actually eat what I want to eat for like 20 to 25% of my meals. I eat what I want to eat, whether it's healthy or not. But I was serious. So from January 2020, I would say I was about 183 to 184. And today, at the end of March, I now weigh 159. So I have lost about 24 pounds since January, and overall I've lost over 30 pounds since August of 2019. Again, like I said, I don't really like to count that, but it counts, you know, because my max was 189. But anyway, so yeah, like I did that, and I'm not where I want to be. I think I still have another 10 pounds of fat that I need to lose, and then I'm gonna start building my my curves in the areas that I want to look a certain way. And honestly, I've already been resistance training and taking in protein, and all of that helps to burn fat as well and burn calories. But that's pretty much where I am. And as far as my waist, I'm at a 29.5. I started out as a 33. Believe it or not, my pictures show it. My hips have gotten a little smaller, but I do believe that I might not see a whole bunch of like butt or booty muscle growth. I definitely see it kind of sitting up a little bit more and taking its shape, like that peach apple booty shape that a lot of us strive for. So I know that growing my butt is actually going to take a lot longer than it is going to, you know, that it takes to actually lose the weight. But there are other things that I could do to create that illusion of a nice round butt. What I did to lose the 20 plus pounds was basically, I told myself I was gonna work out at least 3 to 4 times a week. And most of those workouts were at a gym, because I also wanted to start lifting weights. And of my workouts, I made sure I did cardio every day, but my cardio was literally only like 10 minutes a workout, versus the 50 minutes to an hour that I used to do back in 2015. So I completely flip-flopped my training to doing way less cardio and more resistance or weightlifting training. So that was my exercises. Sometimes I wouldn't go to the gym. Sometimes I would go to the track and do sprints, and then do squats and other exercises that just help tone my lower body, and push-ups and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to make sure I did at least 3 to 4 days a week. Some days it was hard and I only got in 2, especially while I was on ICU. I didn't have a lot of time outside of work to actually work out. But I pushed myself, and I made sure I got the majority of the time, 3 to 4 days per week. Another thing that I changed was actually how I was eating. I started to count calories. And if you guys don't know, anytime you are in a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. Now, the degree of deficit will determine how quickly you lose the weight. But anytime you are eating less than what your body needs to function, you're gonna lose weight, right? Because it's gonna start to use the fat in your body to produce the energy that you're not actually giving it by eating. So you're gonna lose weight. So I made sure I stayed at a caloric deficit. My deficit was between 500 to 1,000 calories. For the most part, I just kept my stuff at like 1,500 total or 1,600 total. And at that time, my requirement was like 2,300. So you can do the math, 2,300 minus 1,600, 700 calorie deficit. And I just did that. It really didn't matter what I ate, whether I ate pizza or whether I ate ice cream or a sandwich, cereal, yogurt, blah, blah. For the most part, I tried to keep it healthy, but my particular goal was just to stay within my caloric range, which was 1,500 to 1,600 calories. I drank water and coffee. Did I have an alcoholic beverage every now and then? Yes. Like I said, I ate pizza. I mean, I cheated. I had fries, chicken nuggets, hamburgers, whatever it is you call it. I had it. I just stayed within my calorie range. And then there were days where I actually didn't stay within my calorie range. Like I didn't care. Like I had pizza for lunch and then I had pizza for dinner, you know. You're gonna have those days where you just kind of be like, if it is what it is, I'll start over tomorrow. Give yourself those days because sometimes you need them. But other than that, like I said previously, I wasn't waist training, and then when I actually lost too much weight, my waist trainer actually didn't fit anymore. So I still have to buy another one. So I haven't been waist training. And I haven't been using apple cider vinegar, and I'm not taking any pills or anything like that, weight loss pills or anything. I barely use pre-workout, honestly. The only thing I do is the shakes. I do protein shakes. I'm at 159 currently, and my goals from April 2020 on out is to probably lose about 10 more pounds, because I still have a little belly fat, and like when I like turn and stuff, like you can see like a little roll in my back and stuff. Like I still want to lose that, but I'm actually going to start focusing more on building my curves. And so I have to change my diet. I can't just do a caloric deficit. In order to get gains, you have to be in a caloric surplus. And if you're in a caloric surplus, which means you're eating more calories than what your body actually needs, if you don't combine it with the proper exercise training, all you're gonna do is just gain your weight back. So I'm gonna have to focus a lot more on eating the right foods that help me get the gains that I want, like muscle and in the right areas, versus just picking up more abdominal fat, and then also training appropriately. I'm also gonna order another waist trainer and do it this time and be consistent. And when I can't fit that one anymore, I'm gonna order another one so I can keep training. And then I'm also gonna start drinking the apple cider vinegar just to see how small I could get my waist. Like I said, right now I'm at like a 29.5. My goal is like a 27. And then my body fat percentage, I'm currently at a 28%. My goal is a 24% by the end of the year. I don't really have any other goals as far as measurements of my arms or my thighs or my butt. I feel like once I kind of shape out the other areas and tighten up other areas, my butt will do its own thing. And as I continue to resistance train throughout the year, like my legs will grow, I'll get toned, I'll get, not muscular, but I'll be very cut and like having a nice athletic body. Another thing that I'm gonna have to implement when it comes to building the body that I want is focusing more on my macros versus my calories. I was counting calories when I was just losing the weight. Now I need to build my body, so now I need to really focus on how many grams of my macronutrients I'm actually putting in my body. So I'll have videos on what that is and how to know what you need to eat for your body type and how to count them and stuff like that. I'll have videos for all of that. And I want you guys to see like what I'm going for, just in case you want to start your journey with me and you want to like do exactly what I'm doing or whatever. I'm gonna show you guys like the type of look I'm going for as far as my body and like how much I'm gonna push myself. Ashanti's body is literally goals, y'all. Like I've been looking at these pictures for years because this is what I want my body to look like. I'm not gonna be like a bodybuilder, like muscles all over and just cut. Matter of fact, women, most likely you're not gonna be able to do enough to even get to that. Like those bodybuilders, they train like crazy and they eat a whole lot and they know what the hell they're doing. Most of us who are doing this by ourselves with no trainer and no other guidance but Google and YouTube, we're not gonna even get there. So don't worry about drinking or eating too much protein. You're not gonna get like super cut like a man, okay? But if you wanna build your booty, if you wanna build your hips, if you wanna have that nice frame, you have got to eat protein, you've gotta gain muscle, and you have to do that by lifting heavy weights. But don't worry, I'm going to talk about all of that stuff in my videos to come. Also, do not compare your journey to anyone else's. I know that there were certain girls that I watched on YouTube that I could not gain any inspiration from. Like, it was almost discouraging. Like, I was watching their videos and I was getting discouraged. That's not healthy. So I had to find those girls out there who like were similar to me, like my body type, and they took their stuff seriously. They weren't like, oh, I just eat whatever and I just go work out 6 days a week and yeah, like these are my results 3 years later. You know, I didn't like that crap. I like people who are very direct, detailed, and honest about their experience. They talk about their struggle. They talk about how hard it is to stay motivated sometimes. They talk about how the protein was disgusting, but they just had to like get over it and stuff like that. Things that like real people are gonna have to deal with, you know, because that's what really keeps us from reaching our goals is the other stuff. You know, like not being motivated, not being committed, not being dedicated, like not being disciplined. That's what's gonna make us not reach our goals. Not knowing how many squats to do, or not knowing that if you eat fat, you're gonna build, you know, you're gonna be fat. Like we can all just like chill out on eating and probably lose weight, but it's just hard to do that. Self-control is very hard, right? So make sure you're like watching people who motivate you and who like understand your struggle so that when you get discouraged or when you feel like you can't go on, you can go back to these videos and say, hey, like I remember so-and-so motivated me to keep going and she said that this is what she had to go through, or he said he had to go through this and blah, 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 blah. And then it helps you to actually get back on track and to reach your goals. So make sure you focus on yourself and you take time to soul search and get serious with yourself and say, hey, it's time for me to get motivated, stay motivated so that I can reach my goals. And trust me, once you reach this goal, you will be able to reach any goal out there because commitment, consistency, dedication, and discipline, perspective, all those things like that, they apply to anything, not just weight loss. So master all of those things and watch your life change. I'm so glad to begin this journey, well, to continue my journey, because I have other goals that I want to accomplish. But if you are with me and you want to change your body, let's do it together. Stay tuned to this channel and watch your body transform.